What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another
podcast.
damn podcast.
Presented by
Our
our
damn
damn
selves.
selves. So 414.
414. Yes,
That's
yes, yes.
414. Yeah. Memorial Day weekend. So the unofficial kickoff of Summertime Shy. Yeah. Even though it don't feel like it, it's here. Summertime Shy is here. Mid 50s and all. 40s at night.
In
Yeah, you
name
gotta turn the
only.
heat on. Gotta turn your heat on at night.
Yeah. I do have the heat going. I do pull up the covers and
Mm.
thinking about making me like, do I need to make chili again before the weather breaks? Or do I need to, do something like a hot kind of dish?
Oh,
Because
I'm moving. I'm in summertime shy mode. I'm drinking my iced coffee. Yeah, I probably still had an occasional hot coffee, but yeah, I'm in iced coffee mode, even in the mid 50s.
so how like the snowball people are out and then the kids are asking, can we get it's not snowball weather yet. Like, no, like we're not getting snowballs
People,
yet.
yeah, some people say it's always snowball weather. It's just like
Or
the
snow cones, as other regions call it, snow cones. But
I think that's the official name, but snowball is the
it's snowballs in
colloquial
Chicago.
name. Your colloquial name is the snowball. It's like, yeah.
Where you go, you get they pump the juice and then, you know what we're talking about.
Somehow
You get the shaved ice.
Ricky Smiley rode with us on Bud Billiken one year. A snowball just spawned.
And he said he just has snowball in his hand.
Yeah, and I didn't see anybody walk up and give it to him. Everybody's like, where you get that from? He's like, yeah, I'm plugged. It's like, a
So he
snowball
like
just
pulled it
appeared in his hand.
Like Hank on King of the Hill when he pulls the beer out. It's like that.
Yeah, he just had a snowball out of nowhere. He didn't have it when he got on the float, so I know like he didn't walk on the thing with it. It's like, but Billy Canal is selling shit. So yeah, but
Oh
Rick,
yeah.
well, yeah, a snowball just appeared on the float in
And
his
then when
hand.
I go to Bud Billiken, I try to scope out. I'm like, okay, I'm like, it's a snowball person right here. I try to scope out like where the people are because at some point in the parade, I'm like, I'm gonna need me something. We're gonna have to get some
Sometimes we
candy.
try to finesse it. We try to like we bum up stuff. Yeah, we bum up stuff along the route. It's like, hey, toss some waters out there. Like some people will toss you waters sometimes. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
Usually we
waters
do.
are things that people toss out.
Yeah, hey, we do bum up stuff. Like Ricky
You always
definitely
do have
found
the
that
ice
snowball.
water,
It's
the
like
nice ice cold
yeah,
waters.
definitely
And then the vendors be out there with like the bubble guns or like with
yeah.
the ball where you like the balloon where you like bopping
Of course,
you know,
folks with the grills all up and down the road. Yeah, like grilling up there and everything.
yeah.
And so, like I said, some people like no matter what, there's always grilling season. Like December, like folks break out the grill. It's some crazy folks that like it's always
Well,
grilling season with some folks. It's like
so in Chicago, it's like if it's winter time, if it gets like 50 degrees, like nope, we're pulling out the grill. That's how we do it in
grilling season,
Chicago.
yeah. Year round for some folks. They don't care.
But the
So they
lifeguard chairs
definitely,
are up now.
yeah, the chairs were up. I
So
saw them Thursday when I was cruising the drive. Yeah, I saw the chair. I was like, okay, yeah. So it's really here. Yeah,
when you
summertime
see the
shy.
lifeguard chairs up, it's like, okay.
Yep. Grant Park was setting up for some festival this weekend. I don't know. I didn't even get to look up to see what it was, but it was a lot going. It was a Ferris wheel and everything. It's
Hmm.
a lot. It was a pretty yeah, something pretty big they were setting up for.
Wow.
At a stage over by the fountain. It was like so. It's like okay,
Definitely something
this ain't
big.
nothing penny ante. This is like a legit festival they setting up for out here. I don't know which one it was though, because there's so many festivals. Like summertime shy is festival season. Yeah. So Lollapalooza usually being the headliner, but it's so much more than that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so much more. Yeah. So
Hmm.
every weekend is something going on. So you like
We
being
need to get the weather
outside. It's
back
like
up because we had thunderstorms and dust storms in Chicago last week and
we.
just all that crazy shit we had going on.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Tell the folks what you did last week after we recorded.
Oh, Yeah, so well, I
Chicago,
had
this
a
is
busy
Chicago. This Chicago. This ain't Texas. This Chicago right here.
I had a very busy weekend. So like last weekend was Ariana's dance recital. So we had that on the last Saturday. So
Yeah, I think we yeah, we did we shout I don't remember. Did we shout out? I
we
think
did because we had a lot going on. I just saw
yeah.
about it after. I was like, but Ariana, she definitely got her flowers because it seemed like everybody gave her flowers, like literally. Like all the people we invited were giving her bouquets and bouquets of flowers. So she
Some
came
give
home like
cash,
this.
but she had a lot of flowers. Some gave cash though. Yeah.
Yeah, some people give cash too, yeah. But she was walking with her flowers like, "Ooh." I was like, yeah, you got your flowers, literally, baby. But she did very good in all her dance performances, and the whole school did such a great job. So then, as a little reward for all my hard work that I've been doing, because like literally I've been doing stuff every single weekend since like March, like with the
Oh,
kids, or
oh.
as a Mother's Day gift to me, Marcus got me Beyonce tickets.
There you
So
go. Kid was at the
yeah.
Cowboy Carter show.
Yeah, I was cowboy carving it out. So after we got done recording, I had to be like, okay, let me I had to go get ready. I had to get Beyonce ready.
Hmm.
So it was like 50 degrees on Sunday, last Sunday, but
Don't
it was
matter. Yeah.
packed.
Beyonce. Sure, when she hit that stage, it was 80 when she don't
Because
matter.
I was like, okay, I said, once Beyonce gets on stage and we start dancing, I'm like, because my friend went with me, my friend Janice, and I'm like, we're gonna be, I was like, okay, we should warm up by then.
It's
But
so
we
like
saw
supposed to be out there when it's way colder than that, so y'all were all right.
We saw a lot of characters out there. Like I saw chaps on with like thongs. So I was like,
I'm sure from the men and the women you saw that shit.
I'm like, I'm seeing a lot of ass because like I thought my eyes were deceiving me because I'm looking, I'm like, is that ass or is that a face? Is that flesh colored tights or is that ass I'm looking at? And then when I saw the thong, I was like, oh, I'm just seeing ass out. And then when they sat down the seat, I was like you set your bare bottom on a public.
Poor Lizzo. When she went to the
That,
Staples
that
Center,
made me go like, mm.
poor Lizzo. She sat at the
I couldn't
Staples
sit
Center
my
with her
bare
back.
bottom. I mean, could you guys sit tap in and let me know? Could you sit your bare ass on a public seat? I can't.
No,
I just
I'm good on that shit.
I just was like, no. And then I'm looking at the people like I'm like if I'm cold and I have on full clothes and I'm seeing people that were like not in full clothes, I'm like, you must be freezing. You have to be because it was cold out there. But Beyonce did the damn thing. If you are in other parts of the country, the world, whatever, if you haven't seen Beyonce yet, if you get a chance, go and try snag you a tick. She does 3 hours.
A 3 hour
She
tour.
does a 3 hour show, and it's just her. She does it for 3 hours, and she puts her all into it.
Yeah.
So
Naked asses on seats and all. It's like, yeah, I'm definitely
not
not
the
doing that.
dickhead.
I'm like I'm to the point now, I'm almost like Finch from the from American Pie. Like I don't even like doing a number two out in public. I'd rather just wait till I get home. Unless I just absolutely have to.
Same, like I feel the
Unless
same
I
way
just
because
have to,
like
yeah. Like I'm like, yes, I'll no,
you know.
yeah, I'm good on that. I'd rather wait till I just get home.
Because I have my little stuff in my bathroom that's supposed to help. I have like my little poopery in there. I'm gonna give me some
Finch.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get some Bath and Body Works concentrated spray to put in the bathrooms. Like I'm gonna do some more stuff to
Yeah,
like keep our
time
bathroom
your poops out. That's how you do. Like that's all I'm
not
time.
being stinky.
If you kind of have to go, like force yourself to go before you leave, because yeah, you probably not gonna make it back in time, and you're gonna have to use a public toilet and to mixed results. It's like so, yeah, I'm that dude
Yeah,
now.
that's a hard pass.
I've become Finch from American Pie.
Nothing wrong with that. But like we said, a little rest for me, a little reward for me
Yeah.
to for all my hard work I've been putting in.
Let's tie it all together. Yeah, you were Cowboy Carter tour, Beyonce, which was at Soldier Field,
Hold your field.
current home of the Bears, and I gotta say, rest in peace, George Wendt. He played Norm,
Norm!
Norm Peterson from Cheers. He's most known for. In these parts, he was one of the super fans.
The
Yeah,
super fans.
like
And
yeah,
I'm mad I didn't take my picture because we were walking up the stairs to go into Soldier Field. And then I saw it, I was like, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears. 'Cause I saw the super fan sign. I should have took a
Yeah.
picture, but I didn't. And
He
then like I
died like the
found out
next
right
day or
after,
something like that. It was
like the
like
next day or two later that I
right
found out
after
Norm
that. Yeah,
dies.
he
And I'm
lost.
like,
Yeah.
damn, I should have took my picture when I was in Soldier Field. Damn.
Yeah. We
But
lost. He was 76 years old.
76 years old.
Yeah. Chicago guy. He was from Beverly, yeah. So South Sider. Like, yeah.
Outside, all
South
right.
Sider,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. I was just feeling like Bridgeport from him. I don't know why. I was just feeling,
No, he
I was
wasn't
just
hanging
feeling,
out with Daly.
I was just feeling Bridge. I know Daly's Bridgeport. I don't know. I just automatically I just assumed that either
Yeah, I just looked
okay,
up his bio. Yeah, it says he was born in the Beverly neighborhood of the South Side of Chicago. I'm like,
okay,
okay, okay, I see you.
Southside,
Yeah,
Southside.
Beverly. We got family that grew up
We
in
got
Beverly,
family,
bro.
yeah.
Cousins and uncles and aunts that,
Yeah, we
yeah,
got
Beverly.
family in
Yeah, so
Beverly.
we got Beverly ties. Yeah,
I
so
rocks in Beverly. I rocks in Beverly.
yeah. Also another connection. He got his start. Second City. Yeah.
Second City.
Like I took classes at Second City, so yeah, I got the little connection
And
there.
I went to an outing, an adult outing with my kids' PTA. We went to an outing there.
I took
For like
acting
we
and
did.
acting and improv.
Because like we wanted to do something for us because it's like we always do stuff. Everything is like family friendly and let's do something with the adults so we can have an hour and fist for us,
Yeah,
because we're tired. So it was real cool. Their outing was called We Bounce Black. It was a really funny improv show.
nice. Yeah.
But yeah, Norm, I'm like, it's just when you start seeing, like pop culture figures from like your childhood that's passing away.
Even if you
It makes
never saw
it
an episode of Cheers, you know Norm. Everybody
Norm,
knows. Yeah, when he'd walk in, like everybody in the bar would like shout his name.
Mr. Peterson, my chiropractor says I can't carry you home anymore when they on The Simpsons, remember?
Yeah,
They did Cheers.
yeah.
And the bartender was like, my chiropractor said I can't carry you home anymore.
Mhm.
Because that's like the first thing I thought of. I thought about when they did the Simpsons parody
I
of
thought of
Cheers.
the super fans. It's the first thing
And then I thought it was obviously super fans too. I thought of that.
because they were prominently featured as started out as the Bears. Then once the Bulls started winning titles, it
That
shifted to the
balls.
Bulls. It's like yeah, so they were around for about a decade. I would say yeah, the super fans. Yeah.
And it is accurate. We do, that is Chicagonese. We do speak the Bulls, the Bears. We do the
And then they
Cubs,
had a little resurgence. It would with discount double check. Yeah, they would
Yeah,
Aaron
discount.
Rodgers. Yeah,
What's it?
yeah. They brought him back like during when Aaron Rodgers was doing those um
Yeah, State Farm.
State Farm thing. Yeah, it was like discount double check. Yeah. So
Because
like I was,
remember, I just started, like, my Chicago self was just cheesing when I saw that commercial. Discount double check.
yeah, that was a cool moment. Yeah. So rest
Yeah.
in peace going out to Mr. George Went, 76 years old. Lost him. Um, we going
And
next.
then keeping that aspect, the Bears. So are we even going to be in Soldier Field after so
I
many
mentioned it.
years?
I said the current home of now
Are we even going to?
they don't even know at this point. It's like it was on again, off again. Now it's on again. Arlington Heights is like that's the latest. Is like I said we're pulling out of Chicago because
Let
Arlington
me
Heights
pull
was
up
the
the map. Let's
original
pull up the
try. Yeah,
map.
when they bought the racetrack, that was like okay, like it's gonna happen. They bought the land. It's like yeah.
Hmm.
Like Arlington Heights was gonna happen. Then it's like a lot of shit happened. Like, yeah, it was some pushback on Arlington Heights and Chicago was like, we don't want to leave, you don't lose you and all of that. It was like on both ends, it was
Hmm.
tension, yeah. So then they lay out this Soldier Field plan like to not renovate to build a whole new do it
Yeah.
what they should have did in '03 or whatever like or '02 whatever year that was. I think it was '02. What they should have did then is like yeah,
Soldier Field is one of is it the smallest
it's the
stadium?
smallest and the oldest. Yeah, technically the oldest. Like they did the reno, like I said, 20 something years ago. Yeah,
Mhm.
but as far as like the actual like Soldier Field, like where that's
They had
like
the render in what,
Oh,
two
two, I
or
believe.
three.
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe.
two, because I was in school, because then the Bears were doing stuff at U of
Because
I,
yeah, they
remember?
relocated for a season. They when they gutted the
Yeah, the
arena,
Bears were
so
down there with us when I was
they
down there. I remember we were
relocated
mad
to
because like
Champaign for a season.
we was mad because they started doing like renovations on our campus to like impress the Bears, and we was like, you do it to impress them, but not for us. They started doing like stuff
Bears.
like
I'm
making
sure Bears brought billions into that town. So
like they started beautifying Green Street and shit. We were like, oh, so it was just fine for
sure the
us.
economy was sure the economy was booming during that one year.
Well,
And it probably went back to crap after they left again. The Champaign is like, there's the university. There's not much else there.
shit better.
It's like not a lot of action down there outside of the university. So I'm sure when they were there, like it's probably people from all over the country were probably like, coming to that town and shit all of a sudden.
But nobody like the Arlington Heights. That just
Yeah, and they're gonna
Arlington
still.
Heights
I'm
is
sure they're
not
still gonna call
Chicago.
them the Chicago Bears, but they're gonna be this. They're gonna be the Chicago Bears in name only. It's like
And
you,
Arlington Heights is nowhere near Chicago. Like I drive out to
it's
Arlington
about
Heights
a
sometimes for
20,
work.
30 minute ride, like with good traffic. It's like yeah,
If you come from the south side, it's like an hour and 20 minutes, like
yeah,
depending on traffic.
yeah.
If
If
you
you're
come
coming
from the
from
south
downtown,
side.
I say 20 to 30, yeah. But if you yeah, depending on if you're coming from any other
And then
part of
that Kennedy traffic, because the Kennedy, they're doing construction on the Kennedy right now. So
if you're coming from up north, you would have to come from the Kennedy. Would you have to take? I think, or is it a two nine? I don't know yet. I've been to I was in Harlingen Heights like a few years ago, and it's like I passed right by the racetrack.
I
I
think
don't
it's straight up the Kennedy if you just take the Kennedy straight
the
up. Because I
Kennedy.
know it's
Yeah,
past O'Hare. So if you just
yeah.
take that straight up.
You could say yeah that way, or the 290 to 294. Like probably both to get you there. Like
Yeah, both of them would do that. Because sometimes I have to take I but most of them are work I have
yeah,
the Kennedy for. So when I'm
whatever it
driving,
is,
it's
it's like
like
it sucks. It's like
I'm like
yeah.
it's a hike, like trying to drive out there. It's a hike.
Nowhere
It
near
is.
Soldier Field, like basically. It's not like yeah,
It's
like
not.
you used to go on the Soldier Field. Like if you got season tickets at Soldier Field, you got to go out there. You're gonna be mad to the motherfucker. So yeah, it's one of those
Well, they're
situations.
like, if this change does happen, they said that it's not estimated to complete until what, 2030 or something.
Yeah, they
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 said
they still talking about it. They
they're still
haven't put it down
talking.
or nothing. It's still just talk at this point. Yeah,
So I mean, even whatever the case is, like this is still years and years
yeah.
away from happening, even if they do. So
It's It's like the red line extension. They've been talking about that all our life, literally. Like I remember when we were in the 80s when we were kids that were talking about extending the red line to 130th. It wasn't even the red line, it was the Lake Dan Ryan train. It was somebody extending that. It's like yeah, it even called it was sitting the red line before it's even called the red line. That's how long it is. It's like I saw when somebody posted that, like because that project, I say that project is probably a good 10 years away from being completed. That's if it happens. They approved it. They said it is going to happen, but I say it's like you're not going to be able to ride the red line to 130 until for about 10 years. My prediction.
it's a whole process. It is
Yeah.
because it's a
Especially crap like that. It's like, yeah,
multi-billion dollar
the
infrastructure.
bureaucrats
So
and all of that shit is like, yeah, especially
mhm.
crap like that is like, you got to realign like roads and like say you got to build it from scratch because like, yeah, there's nothing there. You building from nothing, yeah, with these type of projects, yeah. So, but Arlington Heights, like I said, with the beauty of it right now with Chicago is all of the sports, the major sports
All
teams
of our stuff is in
are
the
in the city
city,
limits, yeah.
within city
All
limits.
the major sports teams are in the city limits. They don't count the Wolves. Nobody watches them anyway, but all the major, sorry, Wolves fans, they
Yeah.
play at the All-State, which
They
is
play at the
a
Allstate.
not in Chicago, right? But,
And once again, that's by the airport too. So I mean, we know what the Allstate Arena is, aka Rosemont
oh,
Horizon.
Rosemont Horizon. It should always be the Rosemont Horizon. Still, it has been the Allstate probably 25 years. It still feels weird calling it the Allstate Arena.
Because the rose is still right there. You still see the rose, you know.
The Rosemont Horizon. That's what it is. So I gotta catch myself say the Allstate Arena. It still don't feel natural. So,
But all of our major sports are in city
city
limits.
limits,
So
yeah. because the Sky used to play at the Allstate, and then when they opened Wintrust, they moved there.
I saw
Paul once
that.
played out there, and then like they got their own building now, so they play on campus now. So like even the
Mhm.
teams that were out there have moved like into the city limits.
Mhm.
The Bears are doing the opposite. They're moving allegedly. Watch them in a couple of weeks. They're gonna be like, yes, the Soldier Field plan is back on. And here's the thing that why that Soldier Field new Soldier Field thing is a problem is or what if they don't even call it that, the new dome stadium. I don't even know if they're gonna call it Soldier Field, but this new dome, this downtown
Mhm.
dome is like they want tax money. It's like, yeah. Or at least like half tax money is like if it's like a $4 or $5 billion project, that's like 2 to 2.5 billion of our money that's going towards this shit.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, that's why it's like, and the folks are like, "Fuck that." It's like, yeah, take
Why
yeah.
should we pay for
If
it?
it's that, or go to Harley. Say, yeah, take your ass out to Arlington. I say, if it's like, I'd rather have the money back in my pocket. Yeah, take your ass out there. It's
Because
like
why are we as taxpayers having to pay for a stadium
that bill. If I owned by a
that's
billionaire,
owned by billionaires?
you're a fucking billionaire. You can afford that building. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're putting back eggs because the eggs are not we look like eggs are 4.98 this week.
You
I
in
can't
line like,
afford,
hey,
you know.
take that off. It's like you in line.
You doing that down the store,
Take that off. Yeah.
making decisions at the checkout. Okay, ring this. Okay, ring this. Okay, ring that. That's what a lot of people are doing now. So,
Yeah.
you know, let's get it together.
Because a billionaire wants a new stadium, no. Because they fucked up the other one. And I think they still owe money on that. You ain't finished paying. It's like being upside down on the car. You ain't finished paying off
Yeah.
the one you got now. And now you're trying to get another one. It's like
Mm-mm.
dumb. It's like, yeah. Mm. Let's stay in sports. Fuck it, since we here. The NBA playoff update. Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Let's where you want to start?
We could go west.
Western Conference Finals. Is it what 2-1 now? OKC. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
I
where
think
we
it's
at.
good one.
Yeah.
Is that they meant so it was like we're not getting swept.
Games were blowouts. Yeah. And then Minnesota got a little bit of that home cooking, and then they said, okay, they got some home cooking now. They feeling they redeemed themselves somewhat on Saturday.
Yeah, but yeah. But the Knicks,
They went down 2-0 at home, lost 2 games in the Garden. Game one, yeah, after Halliburton forced overtime, he forced the overtime is like and did the Reggie Miller so
I was like, now had your foot been behind you, Kevin Durant, that had your toe been behind the line, you would have choked, but they would have choked because
then again, like Reggie did that shit too when he bowed in our building at the stadium. So yeah,
yeah.
it would have
And
been
then you saw, and then
on
Kukoc said,
brand and
"Hold my
shit. Yeah,
beer."
it would have been on brand and shit if the Pacers had lost that game. Yeah. It'd have been right on brand.
What do I always say? Don't celebrate until it's triple zeros.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep. Miller took a bow. He thought he was Rihanna. He took a bow.
Because he did.
Somebody posted something interesting. I'll sort after we finish talking, we get to the next NBA topic. So
Oh,
how do you where do you see like I still like OKC is finals bound. They really have to fuck this up now.
and SGA got his
That's where I was
MVP.
gonna go next. Yeah,
Mhm.
MVP, his first one. Yeah, well
Which I
deserved.
mean, we knew. I mean,
Well deserved.
we
Like
knew it was going to
Booker
be
is probably
him.
the only one that was gonna challenge him. Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
Brunson got some votes. Yeah, it was gonna be Shea Gildrich Alexander. It was gonna be him though.
Mhm.
So well deserved. Congrats. But that's where I was going with that is like hindsight, you gotta look back. Yeah, that Paul George, that Clippers OKC trade is like that's one of the most historically bad trades in NBA history. We got to look back at that. This is like just straight up SGA for Paul George. It already sucks. Like yeah, as if Paul George even was still with the Clippers. Like it's you they
Mm,
the Clippers already lost the trade. Just based on that. And I'm gonna get all of the other elements that makes it why it
right.
makes it historically bad. It's like just straight up Paul George, like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. It's like you also got Danilo Gallinari. That was probably was a salary filler at the time. Yeah,
Gallinari.
probably a salary filler. I don't think he's. I think he's retired. I don't think he's still around anymore. And then a 2022 first round from the Clippers, 2024 first round from the Clippers, 26 first round from the Clippers, a Miami Heat first rounder. It's a 20 another Miami Heat first rounder. It's like two first round Miami picks.
Where are
Yeah.
these pics? What's going on?
They also got two pick swaps from 23 and 25. So basically, they still owe a pick this year, the Clippers, in 25. OKC could win a title and like and get the Clippers pick too. Historically bad trade. That's what one, two, three, four, five, like
What Boston did,
five
like they
first rounders.
Boston did it where they won and they got the pick and then they got the number one pick, the
Lynn
Larry
Bias, yeah. I
yeah.
forgot who they fleeced that year, but
Please.
probably the Cavaliers or somebody. I don't remember. It's like probably somebody one of them dumb teams like that. It's like, but they fleeced somebody. It's like
I'm like, you won a title, you got the number one pick. That don't even sound right.
people like they probably some trick them some trade they made way back in the day. Like yeah, it's like they might have traded for that pick like in the late 70s or early 80s or something like that. Hey, there's some trick trade you made years ago for
That
a
you
pick, and
forgot
then you
about.
finally got the pick now in 80s, and it was 86 when they got it. They probably made that trade like 5, 6 years before, just like not knowing yeah, okay, they champions now, like, and they get the first round pick is a number two overall pick. Same thing happened with who was I gonna say? There's another team that recently did that. Well, not recently, yeah, 20 years ago. It's not real. When the '04 Pistons, that happened as well too. It's like, yeah,
Hmm.
some chimp trade they made in the '90s. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically, like in no, in the '03 draft, like they had the number two overall pick. They fucked it up though, because they took Darko Milicic. It's like, yeah. Remember the '03 draft? You know what draft that was?
LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah, the Cavs had Bron at number one, but the Pistons could have added Carmelo, could have added Wade,
Wait.
could have added Bosh. Like any one of them could have been on that '04 Pistons team. It's like yeah, if the Pistons didn't fuck that up, and he's lucky that they won the title, it didn't hurt him. But yeah, if they had added Carmelo, like his scoring on that team would have been insane. It's like yeah.
Hmm.
And it would have changed like Carmelo's legacy. People would look at him different. I think if he was
Detroit.
part of that team, yeah. Because you would have had Billups, you would have had Hamilton, the Carmelo, the Wallaces. Then you could bring Tayshaun off the bench. It's like, that team would have been insane. It's like, but they took Darko, so they fucked that up. But it was a trade they had made way back in the '90s. Like they had traded with the Grizzlies or somebody, and they got their pick, yeah, which was the number two overall pick in
Yikes.
'03. It's like, yeah. So that does happen with like contenders like get your pick because you make some trade and then you that's how you think Tatum and Jaylen Brown ended up in Boston.
Yeah.
Was that terrible that Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, like they traded their corpses to the Brooklyn Nets. It's like
And people were really shook about that.
traded the corpses of Pierce and Dan. Let's not forget Jason Terry was part of that too. He was also
Marcus was like, I don't know how people get it back. He was like, they owe. Marcus kept on saying that. He was like, they owe. How people swear
it was
they owe.
all the picks that's what made it historically bad. Is like because they got a 20 the 14 pick, 16 pick, 17 swap, 18, like all these first round picks with that with this the Brooklyn Nets like just KD like he Paul Pierce left after a year and then they traded KG after that back to Minnesota for his retirement tour. So those they niggas didn't even stay there barely a year. It's like yeah, after you gave up all in picks. So that means by like 16, 17, 18, when the Nets were really bad, they couldn't even use their picks because Boston
Yeah,
got their
which one
picks.
probably about to be in a heap of trouble too, like the Suns, because
Yeah. They gave up a lot for Kevin Garnett.
because
Kevin
they
Durant, I mean, Kevin Durant. They
because
gave a
like
lot, yeah.
they just
Yeah.
because they said the Suns is the only team like
They
they
had
didn't
no playoffs, no play in or
no
lottery pick.
playoff, no
They just
play and
had
no picks.
Yeah, something like that. Something
Like
historic.
they have nothing to like, but they're the only team who had nothing. Like even if you didn't make the playoffs or play in, you get picks. Like I mean, you can draft.
Yeah.
But they have nothing. Like they didn't make playoffs, they didn't make play in, and they don't get any. So you just kind of stuck. You just there. It's just you.
And then who's going to trade for KD right now? It's like,
Yeah,
dude is
he's
making like 50 million. Like, who's going to trade for him? And he's like near the end. I won't say he's washed, but he's definitely past his prime. It's like, yeah, he's not Warriors KD anymore. It's like he's definitely past
he's
his
over
prime.
35, right? Or he's about to be
Yeah,
35.
he's in the '07. I'm sure that dude got to be 35 or nothing.
But you know the phrase is when you get on the other side of 35 with most athletes. Like when you cross over 35, it's like things,
He's absolutely over. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely over.
Things kind of start doing this when you get over 35, you start you start at decline.
So it's not like you can even trade him. Beal got a bad contract too. It's like, yeah,
Mm.
you got Booker, but that's about it. It's like, yes. So like they not in a good shape, right? These super teams don't work anymore. It's like we're in the
That's what
era.
we're seeing.
This the 20s are like the 1970s all over again as far as the NBA. Like
One and done with
no
these
dynasties, a
championships.
bunch of one no repeat champions is like most franchises that won an only championship they won it in the 70s. Like the Trailblazers won a title in the 70s. Like the Supersonics, yeah, like which the Thunder, like if they win, would that count? Like yeah. It's like a lot of the Washington Bullets won their title. Like a lot of teams, the only title they won was during that decade because like every year it was a different team that won.
Mhm.
It was like no dynasties. It's like which like
That's
every
what I
other
do.
decade was dynasty bound. Like the original dynasty was the George Mike and Minneapolis Lakers in the 50s. Then there's Russell's Celtics in the
The
60s.
Celtics. Mhm.
70s we just mentioned. Yeah, 80s was about the Showtime Lakers. Bird and them got three as well too. And the
And
bad
Gibson
boys
snuck in.
in the back, yeah, the 89, 90. So the close out the 80s and the kick off the 90s, the bad
Yeah,
boys like
Gibson snuck
it
in.
snuck a back to back in. Yeah.
And then the Bulls ran the rest of
Bulls,
it.
yeah, six titles in 8 years, but don't leave Hakeem in the
No,
Rock.
I'm not gonna
They
sleep on them. Yeah,
got two
Hakeem
in
the
the middle
Dream.
there when Jordan wanted to play baseball.
Yeah, he snagged it. Like, okay, Jordan's out, so I'm gonna snag it real quick. And then Jordan came back. He's like, all right.
Back to back, yeah.
Yeah.
By the 2000s, it was all about Shaq and Kobe with the Lakers and San Antonio
San
Spurs. Like,
Antonio
yeah,
had their
all
dynasty.
about both of those teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you had like the '04 Pistons snuck one in,
Yeah,
and
they,
like the
the
Miami
Heat
Heat
snuck in.
snuck
Yeah.
in.
Oh
But it was
06.
really the Lakers and Spurs dominated that decade.
Mhm.
'08
And then
Celtics,
Celtics peeked in again and said, hey, don't forget about us.
but
They
yeah,
peeked in
every
again.
other title was won by those other two.
Yeah.
And then the 20 teens is like the Warriors dynasty
Warriors. And
happened
then wherever
and,
LeBron,
and LeBron like
wherever LeBron was.
Whatever LeBron, the eight straight finals that LeBron was in, and the
Mhm.
Warriors dynasty. And that
Dallas snuck in one time and said, hey.
took them one. The Raptors took one on the back end.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Raptors there. Hey, they popped in.
Tim Duncan got his final that decade too. Like so, it was like
Hey.
a few teams that snuck in.
Mhm.
But for the most part, that's how the decades went. It's like it's all about dynasties. It hasn't been one this decade. Every year has been a new champion.
It's hard winning a back-to-back title now. It's
Last, yeah,
hard.
yeah. Last the Warriors might be the last dynasty we see for a while. That's what it's seeming like. Yeah, that they the last back to back. Last three-peat was Shaq and Kobe and the Lakers. That was
Hmm
20 some years ago. Oh, two. Yeah, it was go 23 years ago. The last time we
Yeah,
saw a three-peat. Yeah.
2000, 2001, 2002. Yeah.
We ain't seen a three-peat in over 20
Mhm.
years. So it's kids now that have like how we didn't see the Celtics
And then
win
before
80
that was the Bulls.
Bulls like
98,
yeah,
yeah.
one like
96,
with
97,
twice,
98.
yeah. And before the Bulls, it was the Celtics in the 60s. It's like they won.
Yeah, so it
It was like,
doesn't,
yeah,
this isn't a regular
winning
occurrence.
three is hard. Like we thought it was like, oh, that's just like because the Bulls did it twice, but like,
They did
nah,
it two
that's not
times.
normal. It's not normal. Yeah.
They did six titles in 8 years, which is when
Not
you
normal.
mention it like that, that's phenomenal. It is.
Definitely not
So
normal.
that's why we got spoiled over here in Chicago.
You just assume that it was gonna always be like that. It's like ain't one it's since like in 25 years now. It's like just assume like, oh, this is just what it is. It's like So
We
yeah,
always have hardwood classics to watch.
watch the spectacular move. Watch the shrug and like watch the flu game, all of that
Let's
shit.
watch The Last Dance.
The Last Dance on Netflix. It's like yeah, all of that shit we can watch. Yeah.
We always have that. We could just sit in our, well, as Mike will say, your married man cave, and you sit there and watch it.
Remember the good
The
old
glory
days,
days.
6 titles in 8 years. Yeah, we might not ever see that again. It's
Talking to
like,
your kids, and then they look at you like, okay. Because I was explaining that to Ariana. I'm like, yeah, I said, this is a whole new crop. I said, because nobody's won. I said, well, I said, I don't count because like it was over 50 years when they won. They won in 73.
yeah, 73 was the
That was
last.
over 50 years ago.
And like OKC, like you could they won one in the 70s, but that was a
Yeah,
super
but that was a
we could
different
kind of like,
team.
yeah,
They
like,
were,
yeah, it's
yeah,
like same franchise, but is kind of disconnected because of the relocation. Is like, yeah.
yeah.
So the,
Because that's
the
how I
city, the
explained to
city of
her.
Oklahoma City has never won.
That's never won.
The Thunder won, but they were the
Yeah, the
super honest.
franchise
But
Thunder has
yeah.
won, but
All right,
not
so if you live in Oklahoma City, you've never seen an
you
NBA
never raised a
championship
banner.
town. So you had one finals appearance, but you ran into LeBron and them in 2012, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've never won a title. Like same with the Indiana, they made the finals back in 2000, and then and then
Minnesota.
Minnesota is like an expansion. They ain't never won. Last time you got to look back to the Minneapolis Lakers if you live there, like, and who knows how many people that are still alive that remember the Minneapolis Lakers.
Yikes.
They left Minneapolis in like 61 or something like that. So yeah, so
Mm-mm.
you're either very old or you're not around anymore if you're a fan of the Minneapolis Lakers. It's like you
Mm.
probably in your 80s and up. Like the team, like it's mostly in the 40s and 50s. Like say left like in the very beginning of the 60s, they went to LA. So
It's
just
hard though. I mean, it's what it shows is that doing these feats are hard now.
yeah, it's
But
definitely.
people were saying respectfully, because somebody was making their prediction. They're like, ain't nobody gonna want to watch a Thunder Pacers finals.
You see them like rigging the
Ain't nobody
games,
gonna
man.
want to
It's
watch
like
that.
I know the NBA does that. It's like they definitely rig games and shit. I'm looking at the Western Conference Finals between the Kings and the Lakers. Like, yeah, really, the Kings should have won. And people like ain't nobody watching the Sacramento Kings and the New Jersey Nets. Ain't nobody watching that
Ain't
shit.
nobody watching that.
So then they really said we got to get the Lakers back in the finals. Guess get them that three-peat because we never gonna see a three-peat again. So they rigged it. They predicted the future. We got to get the Lakers a three-peat because we probably never gonna see that again. So let's get rid of these Kings because the Kings really put it with a better team that year. They should have won
Mhm.
that series. It's like, but it was definitely some referee shenanigans. Like the one guy that admitted to like gambling on games, like
Oh
Donahue.
yeah, I watched that special on
There's
Netflix.
definitely some
Yeah.
shenanigans that went down in that Western Conference Finals that year. But that was David Stearns. Like ain't nobody watching no fucking Nets and Kings. And he proved it right the very
Nobody-
next year when the Spurs and the Nets played. It's like I think that's the lowest rated NBA Finals of all time. The Spurs and the fucking Nets. Like it's like if you unless you're just a diehard basketball fan, you are not watching that series. It's like you're definitely
And
not
I
watching.
can't say that I really was into it. I mean, I made peak. I like peaked a little bit, but I wasn't like who I want. I wasn't. Because I
Wasn't like
love basketball, but I
yeah,
wasn't
you
like.
wasn't hyped like other.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you wasn't hyped like other
And
years.
of course, Lakers and Celtics are going. That's a draw. Of
Yeah,
course,
the
they're going to
two
draw.
almost storied franchises in NBA
That's
history.
a draw. You always going to get people to watch Lakers and Celtics.
Celtics got 18, Lakers got 17. Like
My mom may even peek in on Lakers and Celtics. She don't like sports at all. She
that
might even like peek her head in on that.
real shit right there. Yeah. Or when LeBron was making
Of course,
finals.
with LeBron, yeah.
Yeah. When the Warriors win, they were like they're gonna draw. It's like, yeah, but
Mhm.
but ain't nobody watching like the Cavaliers and fucking Jazz in the finals. Like, see what I'm saying? I'm a diehard and I probably wouldn't watch that
Like I
final.
said, I would just peek. I would do a little peek, like peek, and then like if I had like here's the thing, if I had other stuff to do, like let's say, okay, we're out. I'm not going like, oh, I'm gonna pull up on my phone and watch it on my phone. I'm not gonna watch it on my
If I'm
phone.
doing
I'm not.
something, I'm probably yeah, I'm probably just like, If I get home in time, I'll catch the end of that shit. It's
Right.
like that.
And I'll just watch the highlights. You know, they show on NBA TV. I'll watch the
Yeah, or
highlights.
YouTube shows they
I'll do
got the
that.
highlight video, so I just watch the highlights on YouTube and
Like I
shit.
said, we can watch it on our phone. I'm not going to pull it up on my phone. If I'm out, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna watch it real time on the
I'm
phone.
not.
I'm not watching the Cavs and the Kings. I'm not watching. I always shit on the Kings for some reason. Because they
Two of
pretty
our
much have
ex-Bulls are
sucked
there
all my
now.
life.
So
Outside of that run with Chris Webber and them, the Kings have always been bad.
Aria, DeMar, and Zach. I said two
Yeah,
of our ex-Bulls are
we
there.
got two of our guys there, and but I'm still not watching. Still not watching them.
But yeah, I don't know how much of a draw, like I said, 'cause especially if it's the Pacers that,
And I like Halliburton, but they don't excite me as like
mm.
I'm not excited about it. I
And I'm a
wouldn't mind
Midwest, and
seeing.
we're Midwest, so that that has to say a lot. That we're kind of like, because
And
Indianapolis is like,
I used to live in Indiana. Yes.
right, that's not that far from us. So it's like kind of.
I lived in Indiana for 4 years. It's like, and I'm not excited about the Pacers and the fun. I was
Like,
mad
I'm
when they
kind of like,
went. I was mad when they went back in 2000. And who they beat again? The Knicks. It's like, because remember the Lakers went that year. I wanted Knicks Lakers in that finals. That's what I wanted.
that
Shaq
would
and
have been.
Kobe versus like Spike Lee or whatever. That's what I wanted. It's like
It's always Spike Lee. I mean, like it doesn't matter who's
no
playing. It's like the team
matter.
versus Spike.
So when
He
the
is the
Knicks
difference.
got beat and shit, I was like, okay, yeah. And I knew that nobody thought Reggie was winning. It was like, but it was like the Lakers are definitely winning now. Shaq's getting his first ring. It's like everybody
Yeah.
knew, yeah. It's like, and then what's another finals that nobody? Oh yeah, with when Orlando went in '09 is like when they beat the Cavaliers. It's like yeah, because we were supposed to get LeBron and Kobe
Oh
that year.
yeah, and Kobe. Cause by 2009,
Yeah,
2010
supposed
when
to
they were
get
doing
it
the
that year, but
puppets for
then yeah,
Nike.
because that was
Yeah.
the year I think the year they started that campaign with the puppets. So even Nike assumed there was going to be like LeBron and Kobe in the finals. I think that was the year they started. It was that season, and then it didn't happen. It's like so we had like a couple of chances to get that. Like that was the first time, and then like Kobe jagged off on his end in 2011. Is like when the big three Heat came together, and they were the defending champions back to back and got swept by Dallas. Is like
But
so.
Dirk said nope.
Yeah. Because then we said, okay, well, we get to see Shaq and we can see Kobe and LeBron this year, yeah. And then Dirk said, yeah, hold
Oh
my
my beard.
beard, hold my lager, whatever. Is that do
Then
they
Dirk
drink lager in Germany? So yeah,
then Dirk showed up with his foil wrap plate. He didn't care that foil wrap plate
hold my lager.
that he showed up with.
Yeah, he fucked that up and shit. Yeah, but
But when Dallas swept the Lakers, I was like, I said they gonna win it all. Because I'm like, you swept Kobe. You swept Kobe. I said they gonna win it all.
yeah, back to back defending
I
champion.
called it. I was like, the fact that they swept them, I was like, and Phil Jackson was punching Pau Gasol in his
Yeah,
chest.
he actually assaulted Foul Gasol.
Because Phil Jackson was pissed. He was punching him in his chest.
He wasn't Zen Master that day.
Because usually Phil is, I'm calm, I'm zen. Even Rodman never like made him lose his shit like that.
Jackson turned into Doug Collins that day. He's like he went.
And he just punched him. He was punching Power in his chest. It's
Oh,
like, damn. On TV, he did that. I was like, damn.
mm,
But
yeah, wild
hopefully
shit.
we'll have better scales tipped, after, the next time. Hopefully we'll have a
Yeah, we might have the
better.
finals might be set by the time we talk again. By the time our next episode, the finals
Could
might.
be.
Yeah, it's
But
possible.
Knicks, y'all
Yeah, Knicks have to win 3 and 4. I think if they're gonna survive.
gotta turn it
Can't go
back
down three
around.
one is like they go down 3-0 is over. Like if
Yeah.
they go down 3-1, I think they not gonna win three in a row after that.
Nah.
So
Because it's not impossible to win three in a row, but
yeah, and
you have
teams
no
have
margin
come
for
back
error.
have come back from 3-1.
Yeah, people have come
That
back.
finals, yeah, with LeBron
We
in
saw
that series.
Thunder come back.
You've seen teams do that, come down 3-1,
Yeah.
come back 3-1. it's not common, but it happens. But I don't think this Knicks team. I think they're gonna be finished like
Yeah.
mentally, like they're gonna check out. They're
You
like,
gotta they
mm.
gotta come back with it. So I wouldn't mind seeing the Knicks Thunder. I
If
wouldn't
it's
mind.
Thunder Pacers, it would be kind of hilarious. It's like because the two teams that Paul George didn't want to be on in the finals, that would be funny. I'll laugh at just for those purposes. Like if it is the Knicks Pacers,
And Paul George gonna be looking like the guy who didn't
playoff
make the
P would be looking
Temptations. That's how he'll be looking.
old playoff P sitting there looking dumb. Playoff P who didn't even make the
You know,
playoffs.
the who was that? Chad Shepard in the Temptations
Oh yeah,
movie.
yeah. Al, yeah,
He was
yeah.
sitting there like,
When he saw them on Ed Sullivan.
yeah, then he was looking like. That's how Paul George is gonna be looking.
Yep. He'd be watching the finals in a bar like that, yeah, taking a shot just like you did.
Playoff P.
It would be kind of hilarious if it was Thunder Pacers, yeah, because Paul George directly led to both of these teams. Like we just talked about the Shea Gilgeous Alexander trade, but how the how Tyrese Halliburton ended up in Indiana. I didn't even mention that. Like they fleeced the Kings, which once again like
Oh,
another shit on the Kings one more time. It's like I don't know what the Kings were definitely kinging when they made that trade because they traded Sabonis. Like, yeah, I get they wanted like a veteran presence, but like they traded Tyrese Halliburton in his rookie year, like mid-season during his rookie. That's where they do that? Like a rookie, like mid-season, they traded him from the Sacramento to Indiana. Indiana did not draft Tyrese Halliburton. The Kings did. It's like,
I thought that
yeah,
they drafted him.
those the Kings. Yeah,
Damn.
that was a mid-season trade. Yeah, so
For a rookie?
for Sabonis, yeah, they traded. Yeah, and how Sabonis ended up in Indiana in the first place was that was when Paul George got traded from Indiana to OKC in the first place because OKC sent back Sabonis and Oladipo. Remember?
Yeah, Victor Oladipo, yeah.
Yeah, so Paul George is directly responsible for both of those teams. His trade demands is what led us to both of those. So if it
So
is
thank
that
you, Paul
finals,
George, is what they're saying. Thank
it is that
you.
finals, it would be kind of hilarious. Which now is leaning towards that. Like I said, both teams like can come back, but yeah, it's the Knicks gotta win two in a row. It's like,
Yeah, they got
and Minnesota too. Like they can't lose. Like I think yeah, they have to win both of them at home. I think yeah, if they go down 3-1, they're not coming back
yeah,
either.
because if they go down 3-1, then OKC is going to close in five.
Yeah,
They're going to close.
that's real shit, man.
Because that's what you need to do. Like you need to, if you go up 3-1 and then game five is back home, you just close at home. Don't even entertain it. Like, oh, we got three chances to win.
Hmm.
Close that shit as early as possible, especially gearing up for the finals, because then if they go game seven, if they go seven on their end, you chilling.
Yeah,
Finals start what, June 5th, I think, or June 6th? June
somewhere
5th, I
around
think.
there. They somewhere like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, if you finish your stuff early, then you can just
Hmm.
watch them and just be waiting
Yeah.
patiently.
Okay. Let's talk about former President Joe Biden. You saw like the prostate cancer
Oh.
diagnosis. Yeah, that was huge. Yeah. Um, because he had his he was showing symptoms and then had his exam and that's when he discovered. They said his pretty aggressive form too. So
They said it's gone to his bones. That's what I
onto his
saw.
bone. So it's like pretty aggressive his cancer. So
But once it starts to spread like that, it's very,
yeah. Especially he's older too, so yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know how much much time the former president has, but he's fighting it though, yeah. So I did see that. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay,
And this is a moment to say, gentlemen, get your prostates checked.
yeah.
I mean, like from what I've heard, I know that guys
Early
that it's
detection.
not a comfortable exam from what I've heard. I'm not a guy, obviously, so
But early detection is everything, yeah.
I can't say when are
Yeah.
guys supposed to get when they get over 50 or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I want to say 50, or if you
Well,
have like any
if you have
history,
a history then
then
before
you
that,
get
but
sooner.
50 is when like suggested and
Mhm.
that's when it suggests, okay, get your prostate checked. It's like that's when your doctor is going to tell you that, hey, it's
That
time.
they have to do it.
Yeah,
Like I said, from what I've heard, it's like a guy's like, I want this young this, and they act all. It's like, let me tell you stuff that ladies go through. Like, we get our pap smear. Let me tell you about that stuff that we have to go through. Mammogram, where you have to put your stuff in and get smashed by the bitch. Let's talk about that. But it's stuff that you have to do because early detection is key
yeah.
for a lot of things. So,
Most things is like early detection. Like you can still live a pretty decent, a pretty good quality of life. Like if you catch it in time.
mhm.
It's when it gets past a certain stage, that's when it's hell. Like yeah, it's like the chemo sessions and all of that. Like it's rough. Like the later the later you catch it is like that's when you go through hell. Like trying to like
And get you a damn PCP, people.
yeah. Hmm. Absolutely.
Doctors are there for to help guide. I'm not saying that doctors like know every single thing. That's not what I'm saying, because there's a lot of people who prefer to do things natural,
Yeah.
but if people are there and they're anointed with this skill set, go and see somebody.
Definitely get my quarterly checkups. Yeah.
Use your insurance. Like I said, you got insurance
Paying
in
for
your
that shit
job,
anyway, so yeah, might as well. Yeah.
use your insurance. Like I said, we pay enough on our jobs for our insurance, so use
You're
your
gonna pay
insurance.
whether you go to the doctor or not. You're gonna pay the shit, so you might as well go. I say, yeah. I make
Use
them say,
it.
"Oh, you didn't go to the doctor." They're not gonna give you a refund at the end
Yeah,
of the year.
there's $100 check back for
Yeah,
not using.
you're not getting a refund 'cause you
Said
did
no one
go.
ever.
Yeah, it's like nah, they taking that shit like whether you go or not, so you might as well go.
Mhm.
But yeah, sending healing injury out to the former president and his family. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Want to talk? Do you want to talk about Tory Lanez and all and Meg Thee Stallion? It's getting sillier and silly. Well, first of all, I want to start with the serious shit. Like Tory did get stabbed in
He did
prison.
get stabbed.
I didn't mention that before because it was like also the Diddy and so much other shit that we were talking about. I didn't mention that.
When I saw that he got stabbed, I just like, I mean, I was just picturing like an episode of Oz. That's just what I was picturing in my
Yeah,
mind.
which characters all the time got stabbed on this show.
I mean, I watch a lot of Oz. Maybe,
I definitely watched a lot of Oz. Like I got the logo tattoo. Yeah,
and I was in my late teens, so I mean, I was old enough to watch it, but maybe still some stuff was a little graphic, so maybe I should
yeah.
not have been watching so much Oz,
TVMA
but
and shit. Yeah, so yes.
because I was in my late teens when I started Oz. I was like a late teenager. I was in high school still when Oz first came out, but I should not probably been watching it, but I love the show, so.
We knew I was gonna watch it as soon as saw the Oz. Like, what's this about? As soon as I saw the title, even if it sucked, I probably would have watched it. It's like Oz. I'm definitely watching.
But
But
that's just why I picked. I was like, is this an episode of Oz that he got
yeah.
stabbed? But
And after that, then all kinds of accusations started coming. Like, was it some former bodyguard said that, oh yeah, he didn't shoot Meg. Like, I'm gonna get the chick's name and shit. Yeah, the other one that was in the car that everybody forgets her name and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
they said she shot her. Or,
Kelsey Harris. Yeah, like, like that's where that story came from. Next thing is some prosecutor that's not even from that wasn't even part of this case is like it's saying that there's ring camera evidence of a video that shows that Tory Lanez didn't shoot Meg Thee Stallion. Is like here's like where the inconsistencies in that. Like I before I get there, I'll just close out that chapter. I'll just get that prosecutor's name. You know, I like putting names on and shit. Well, that's not prosecutor, I mean congresswoman, not a prosecutor. Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, or Paulina, however you pronounce it, Anna Paulina Luna. Yeah, she's from Florida. Well, this case wasn't even tried. And by the way, so yeah, it's a California on the other side of the country. And shit wasn't even, wasn't even in Florida. Said that it's a
turn the nose in. That's not. But okay.
yeah, it's a ring camera tape out there that shows that Tory didn't shoot Meg, that this Kelsey chick did. It's like yeah. And Meg's team released all of the evidence from the trial, like so they got in front of this shit. Yeah, we showed text messages from Tory apologizing to shit is like all like the basically the shit that got him convicted is like
Mm-hmm.
shit that they saw in court but we really didn't see. It's like so they released all of that. Like their evidence is like, okay, here's the evidence that we presented in court. Like her lawyer released all of that shit. And here's what a ring camera thing gets me is like could this story be true? Like of course anything can be true is like possible, but
Mm-hmm.
my to me like what's shaky about this while everybody was just jumping on this story like because from the beginning it's like Postman like free Tory. It's like cats just like right from the beginning is like saying like he was set up and all that like but what makes it questionable to me like if this Kelsey chick really did shoot Meg is like why didn't Tory's attorneys use that in court? Why is it just being coming up now? It's like why was it that like well why was the case built around that?
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, my client didn't shoot her because that bitch shot her. It's like yeah, why wasn't that your case and shit? It's like your
Yeah.
whole case should have been built on that. It's like yeah, like what was the
And then
evidence you
where's his
presented?
phantom ring camera?
Not only that, and like what why would Meg protect the chick that actually shot her? It's like yeah,
There you go.
I guess like that's where my thing is like sure like the it might have not happened the way that they said, but give me the answer those two riddle me this Batman ask me those two questions is like why wouldn't Tory's like defense team like build their entire defense going
On
after
that,
this chick? It's like if that's what happened. If
that
Tory,
she
Tory
shot
Lanez
him.
was there, why would Tory Lanez protect Kelsey too? That's what I'm saying. Why would he
Right.
say why would he go to prison and not say like yeah no she did the shit. I didn't
Mm.
do that shit. She did. And yeah, why they both? Who is this chick that she got so much stroke? You got Meg Thee Stallion, the least famous person in the car, got so much stroke and shit. It's like, yeah, that Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion are protecting her. It's like, yeah, why? Like, and Tory seemed did not even use that at all as
She got
evidence.
eyes wide shut tapes on you. She got Diddy tapes on you.
Yeah, you got yeah, with y'all the freak offs and shit, and like
We
yeah,
got Diddy tape. That's gonna be my new thing. I swap out instead of saying eyes wide shut tapes. You got Diddy tapes on
yeah,
you.
take that,
That's what
you
they got.
bad boy. Yeah. But that's my whole thing is like, yeah, and like you said, like this ring camera, I want to see it. If it
Yeah.
exists, like show it, like
Where's
like
his phantom ring camera?
the trial is over, release it to the public. If it's a ring camera, like let's see it now and shit. I want to see it. It
Mm-hmm.
shows this chick shooting Meg Thee Stallion and not Tory
Because
Lanez.
ring
It's like,
cameras do
yeah,
like they can capture some things. Because I've
absolutely.
seen some pretty incriminating stuff captured on a ring camera.
I watch so yeah, I watch badge cams all the time, and a lot of them do have the alternate angle from the ring cams too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the ring cam angle from like the what happened in this incident. Yeah, like that does happen. Yeah.
Because you can see, like, okay, because like if one person said, "Oh, this is what happened," but they like, but on the ring camera, it shows actually the opposite of what you say happened.
Yeah,
Because it has the other angle, so you can see it from the other point of view.
everything. Yeah, you can see like okay, here's the ring camera version of the incident. Yeah,
And there's cameras everywhere.
absolutely. But that's my whole thing is that's the first thing I say like for all of you people that are
Pretty sure.
caping for Tory Lanez. It's like all y'all caping for Tory is like why didn't Tory's legal team use this as their not just use it? Why wasn't their defense
Why
built
wasn't that
around it?
what,
It's just like
what was hinged on? That should have been what their
if
defense was
if somebody
hinged
accused
on.
me of shooting them and I know somebody else did, like why would I say like nah like
Mm-hmm.
that's the fucking shooter right there. It's like I ain't do nothing. It's like yeah. And why would Meg like just to punish Tory like you gonna protect the chick that actually shot you? So, so just to
This
protect
is
them.
getting goofy.
Yeah. So I had to address all of that, but that's just how I feel. It's like if it turns out that yeah that's what happened, but that's just answer me those questions.
It doesn't make
Especially that
any
Tory.
sense.
Why wouldn't Tory's defense like built their defense around that shit? Especially that is like yeah. But I think I'm ready to wrap the shit up, kid.
Oh, and just a quick thing. The Pee Wee doc is now available on Max, and
I
I
haven't
did
watched it
watch it.
yet, so I'll
Yeah.
probably
I
get to.
was thirsty. I watched it as soon as I was able to.
I had a lot of other shit. I
I
was
tried to watch it in peace, but the kids kept on coming in. Like, Mommy, wait. I'm like, I just want to watch this in peace.
haven't watched it yet. I'll have an opinion once I watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe next time I'll get you next time, Gadget.
And all the shows, all the Pee Wee, and for all the Pee Wee programs are back on Max. So the Pee Wee's Big Adventures, Big Top Pee Wee, the
Playhouse.
original Pee Wee Herman show from
Uh, uh,
1981.
the original stage play from the
I'm gonna
80s.
check that out. The Broadway one from the
Yeah,
2011.
the reboot, yeah. Which is
Mhm.
basically a reboot of that show, like of the Pee Wee
Yeah.
Herman show, like yeah.
And then Pee Wee's Playhouse, the TV series, all 5 seasons. So I'm gonna be getting caught up on some Pee Wee
Yeah,
programming.
yeah. I skipped Big Top Pee Wee. I watched it.
Well, I mean, yeah. But
Sorry,
I'll put
dude.
on I'm gonna try to like have the kids watch TV, so they might be like, okay. They might. Khalil probably like it. Khalil will probably like Ariana might be like,
I put on Pee
mhm.
Wee's Big Adventure. So be sure to tell them Large Mart sent you. I was around that age probably when I first saw Pee Wee. And I thought the Large Mart scene was hysterical.
I was like 4 when I first saw it, so large bars scared me.
It was hysterical to me and shit. Yeah.
I was like 4, so I mean, of course I would be afraid of
I tell
it.
them Large Mart sent you. Let's wrap up. I'll be laughing at this shit all night. Um, Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast episode 414.
Yes.
You want to support us further, give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices. You can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.